Imagine two runners standing side by side at the starting line. The first one is naturally fast, with a smooth stride and an impressive physique. He doesn't have to put in much effort to run fast. His natural talent has always allowed him to dominate his competitors. The other runner, quieter and less flashy, has never been the fastest. He doesn't have that natural ease, but he has spent months training. Every morning, rain or shine, he laces up his shoes and runs. He knows he can't compete solely on talent, so he focuses on what he can control, his discipline. The race begins. As expected, the talented runner immediately takes the lead. His stride is quick, each movement fluid, almost effortless. In contrast, the second runner trails behind. He knows he can't match his opponent's natural speed, so he maintains a steady pace, conserving his energy. The difference is clear from the start. Talent shines, it dazzles. But as the race progresses, something changes. Midway through the race, the talented runner starts to show signs of fatigue. What he never considered is that talent alone won't carry him to the finish line. He hasn't built the stamina needed for a long race. Meanwhile, the second runner, disciplined through his training, maintains his pace. He's learned how to manage his energy, how to persevere, and how to run the distance. As fatigue sets in, the gap between the two runners begins to close. The talented runner slows down, while the other runner, the one who trained day after day, continues at his regular pace. He's learned to push past his limits, to endure the tough moments, and eventually, against all odds, he crosses the finish line first. This example perfectly illustrates the age-old debate between talent and discipline. Talent can give you an early advantage, but it's discipline that carries you through to the end. Relying on talent alone can lead to a false sense of ease, but in reality, it's the consistency and effort that lead to lasting success. Why is discipline more powerful than talent? Discipline prepares you for the long term. Talent might give you a head start, but it's limited in the long run. People who rely solely on their natural abilities often hit a ceiling. Without consistent work to develop these skills, they stagnate. Discipline, on the other hand, allows you to improve every day. Even if you don't start off ahead, you strengthen yourself with each step, and over time, you surpass those who didn't work as hard. Take marathon runners, for example. Some runners are naturally fast, but running a marathon is not just about speed. It's a test of endurance. The runner who trains with discipline, follows a rigorous plan, manages their diet, sleep, and plans, every race is the one with the best chances of success. They may not start off the fastest, but thanks to their discipline, they finish first. Discipline helps you overcome obstacles. Life is full of challenges and unexpected situations. Those who rely only on talent can be caught off guard when they face difficulties. Discipline, however, builds resilience. By training regularly and constantly pushing yourself, you learn how to handle tough moments. The disciplined runner knows the race will be long and that there will be times when he wants to quit. But he has already overcome those feelings in training. He knows how to deal with them, and he knows he can push through. Talent, without discipline, lacks this preparation. When things get tough, it collapses. Discipline creates habits that lead to success. Success isn't a one-time event. It's the result of small actions repeated daily. Disciplined people turn their efforts into habits. They don't need to rely on motivation to keep going because they've established routines that push them to act, even when they don't feel like it. The disciplined runner doesn't depend on motivation to train. He has created a habit. Every morning, without even thinking, he gets up and runs. These habits, accumulated day after day, make all the difference in the long run. Talent, on the other hand, is often tied to a state of mind. If you're not motivated, you might not reach your full potential, but discipline keeps you moving forward, even when motivation fades. Discipline leads to continuous improvement. Talent gives you a head start, but discipline pushes you to get better every day. Disciplined people are constantly looking for ways to improve, learning from their mistakes, and perfecting their skills. This process of continuous improvement is what leads to mastery. The disciplined runner analyzes his performance after every race. He looks for areas where he can improve, adjusts his training, corrects his posture, and refines his nutrition. Every detail matters, and over time, these small adjustments make him better. Meanwhile, the talented runner often stays stuck in his comfort zone, relying on his initial talent without striving to improve. Discipline builds true confidence. Talent can give you confidence, but this confidence often rests on fragile foundations. What happens when you face a challenge bigger than expected? Talent alone is no longer enough, and confidence crumbles. Discipline, however, gives you a solid foundation of confidence. You know you've worked hard, that you've overcome challenges, and that you've built the necessary skills to succeed. The disciplined runner, even though he wasn't the fastest at the start, has confidence in his preparation. He knows that regardless of the race conditions, he's ready. This confidence carries him through moments of doubt, past the times when he might feel discouraged. Discipline has given him an unshakable belief in his ability to persevere. Talent might make you shine at the beginning, but it's discipline that takes you to the top. No matter your field, whether it's sports, academics, or your career, those who succeed are not always the most talented, but the ones who persist, who never give up, and who are willing to work hard day after day. The talented runner may impress at the start, but it's the disciplined runner who crosses the finish line first.